Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
Very good. It's nice to see that there's people behind the names, and we are very happy to welcome you home.
Okay.
Thank
We
you.
are very, very thrilled that all of you could take time out of your busy schedules in order to join the DTLC, or the Diversity Total Lifestyle Change Program reunion this evening. We had promised you during your various cohorts that you'll be part of a community, and here is one of the reunions to welcome you back and to remind you that you're truly in a community. This reunion is our chance to reconnect, to share our stories, and to get inspired all over again. This is also a celebration of commitment and continuity, of keeping the lessons that we have learned from our DTLC program alive day after day. Remember that you're part of a community, and it is so beautiful to bring the whole DTLC fraternity back together. Indeed, we say once again, welcome. As the days and months and maybe years have passed, maybe we forgot something or we dropped the ball somewhere. And so this session helps us to reignite that desire to keep going, to keep the lifestyle change active. Remember that failure will never overtake you if your determination to succeed is strong enough. And this reunion will help us to get that determination back on track so that we keep going in our lifestyle change program. So my name is Lorraine, and I'll be your host for the evening. You do remember, as you joined, as we were in our various cohorts, they had many people behind this program to make it successful. Do you remember some of them from this picture? Of course, starting with our founder, and that is Dr. Alice Ojwang, who initiated this program, and we shall hear a lot more from her later in the program. Remember our resident doctor, Dr. Nyawera. She may not have joined us yet, but we still are together in this journey. Dr. Nyawera Maina. We remember Miss Atieno Jalango, who's always with us and will probably join us later. We remember Professor Hiba. And for those of us who are in the diabetes program, we've met Dr. Yvonne Kiarie, who has been doing the glucose monitoring. You remember our counseling psychologist, Dr. Nelly Otieno, our nutritionist from the UK, Dr. Asemani, about social connections. I know many of us enjoyed listening to the food doctor, Dr. Sally Kariuki. For those who listened to the sexual medicine, there was Dr. Tamari Esho. There was Dr. Victor Bakoya, the public health expert. We recently, for the latest ones, we've had Irene Otieno, who's a nutritionist from Canada. All of these experts have been part of the program to help us to know what to do to get it right and to keep following what is right. Supporting the panel of experts is the team led by Lydia Moragori. Lydia, you can wave to us. You remember Lydia? She keeps everything going. She keeps it all together. Thank you, Lydia, for the good work. We have our interns who have made sure we analyze our foods and do it right. And one of them here with us today is Nicole. Nicole is our social media expert and in charge of marketing and campaigns. Thank you, Nicole. We have Faith, our intern nutritionist, and there's our project manager, Linda Molo. So we have this whole team to make sure that it's a success. And we are happy to have them still at DTLC. But today, we want to focus on the stories. We would like to remember the many projects that we've had, the many campaigns we've had before to help us to fly the DTLC flag. So in January to April this year, we had the 10,000 Steps Challenge. Do you remember it? Where we were reminded to keep going with the 10,000 steps. It is not easy, it's work. So it's easy for it to drop off the line, but we'll hear what others are doing successfully. And then in May to July, we had the raw vegetables campaign. What was that and how did it work? For those of us who did it or didn't do it or didn't succeed, we listen to some who have made it, who made it possible, who were active enough in it and succeeded. And we'd like to hear these stories from this fraternity, from these people who did these challenges successfully, so that we can be inspired to get going. So did you participate? What was your experience? Well, let us start off by listening to some of the people who did this. And we are going to start with one Mr. Jacob Ikaria. Mr. Jacob Ikiara, are you here with us?
Yes, I'm in.
Very good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And we'd like to congratulate you and thank you for having participated wholeheartedly in the 10,000 Steps Challenge. We noted that you performed exceptionally well and you continue with that habit consistently. Would you like to tell us about that and how it worked for you? And just tell us your story so that we can be motivated to keep going.
Thank you so much, Daktari. For me, I can say being a part of the DTL community has really been of a benefit to me. I was in the cohort 7, that is, last year, and all through, I have really benefited so much in this. I happened to join this community by virtue of being a member of CARO, and through the Old Mutual Health Benefit program, and in partnership with the DTLC, I joined. And just a bit of my background is that I was diagnosed with a diabetic condition in the year 2001. And that, of course, means about 24 years ago. And at that time, up to the time I joined the program, I used to manage this condition in many ways. But when I joined this program is when I realized that all what I've been doing, or the way I was doing it, may not have been the right way. So when I joined and realized the benefit of the same is when now I took total commitment in ensuring that I have adhered to what the program was all about. So I was motivated, one, in the issue of the 10,000 steps, to ensure that I really, I was really committed to it. And therefore, the other thing that motivated me was is the way the program was designed and being carried on, the sharing of the information in terms of the way we were guided. And one of these areas, the 10,000 steps every day, became a routine to me. And when the challenge came about, they already found me in this, having adapted this as a lifestyle, and therefore I've been able to keep this going on. So one way of the way I have done it is to ensure that I have the PACER app with me, and the PACER app, of course, it gives all the progress and the way, through the recordings. And my challenge was that I ensured that I maintained that 10,000 steps. And even if I don't make it for one reason or the other, then I would ensure that the following day or in 2 days' time, I maintain that average of between 8 and 10,000 steps every day. And this has really, and I've seen positive changes in my health and the overall well-being since I started it regularly, because I've been able to manage the glucose levels very well. And the last time I took my HbA1c 3 months ago or so, and I'm here to go again, it was about 5.8. And before then, my sugar levels, I think I had come to get used to having it anytime I have my FBA's readings in the mornings at 9 or more than 9, 10. To me, it was normal. Only to realize that this was too high when I joined the program. So currently, I always take my glucose readings every day in the morning, and they are normally below 5. And therefore, I've really been this challenge, through this challenge, the walking and constantly ensuring that I'm within this limit. It has helped me very much because I've been able to do the weight management. They are now being so energetic and more focused. And even my lifestyle in terms of sleeping patterns and the quality has improved so much since then. And the also been able to walk more kilometers and more steps without getting tired. These days, I set to walk, even if I give myself 30 minutes, I know I'll make not less than 5 hours because I'm able to walk faster. I'm able to without even getting tired. But it has not been without any challenges. And these challenges, of course, to start with, the journey was not easy. The feeling of tiredness and aching legs and joint pains. But to overcome these, I started gradually and progressively maintained the momentum. And also ensuring that I use the comfortable shoes or the right gear, which during our cohort were able to be taken through by the specialist. And even times where the weather is not conducive to do outdoor, I ensure that I take indoor activities that makes me, be able to, with the help of the pacer. So to me, this challenge, it has ensured for the last 1 year, and I'm looking forward to maintaining the same, is the benefits that I've been able to get out of it because of the discipline, because of the commitment, and really being, would want to say I'm so grateful to the DTLC community and the doctors and all the specialists in it, including even those who are who are in this challenge, because I can see some of them even in this meeting today. There was that encouragement or encouraging one another, and I can for sure say that this challenge of the program has really been beneficial to me, to my family, and to those around me, because now I'm able to really interact and share without, those maybe days, there was a lot of maybe kind of some stigma in it. But today, it is normal. It's a condition and which it can be managed. So to me, the advice that I can like to share with others who are part of this meeting and even those who will join is to take this program seriously. And by the end of it, this period, you have developed a routine, and it will be enjoyable, and you'll have life that is not really. So one has to be very intentional. You have to take this journey. To take it consistently. Start smart or start more and stay steady, and also celebrating the progress, and also having a social support. So for me, I think the 10,000 step challenge was really something that I really appreciate. And one thing I've ensured is that to make sure that anytime there is an open forum by this group, I join and hear the progress and encouraging others who are out. And I've really been trying to tell people that it is a very good program that it needs to be joined. So that is the much that I can say for now. There's a lot that I can share, given the many years that I've managed this condition. But I really appreciate. Today, I'm as energetic as I can go and do things anywhere out of Nairobi. I'm also in Ongata Rongai. I'm so grateful and thankful to my colleague, DK Kiara. Yeah. So that's what I can say for now in short, but there's a lot that I can share.
Thank you very, very much. That is very inspirational and very powerful. I've tried the 10,000. Consistently doing it is not easy. And so I appreciate what you say about being intentional, planning for it, and how it makes you energetic, and that you have kept on going for 1 year. Thank you so much. We wish you the very best, and we can see the direct result that the numbers are looking good. Good job. Very good
Thank
job.
you. Thank you so much, and keep it up.
Thank you. So you have talked about your colleague, GK Kiara. The names are very similar, eh? So GK, you're with us today, isn't it? Or Dr. Jung, you wanted to say something?
No, I'll say later. Thank you.
Okay, all
Happy to
right.
see everybody. Also from Germany, huh? Yes.
Okay, thank you. So Jacob Kiara talked about GK, that is Garishon Kiara.
Okay.
We have been told that you have also been very successful with your 10,000 steps. Maybe it is because of by association. For those, the two of you, I say what Confucius said, that he who conquers himself is the mightiest. So you people have proved to be mighty in that you have made the resolve to make 10,000 steps. So GK was in the same cohort, DTLC 7, and he was a champion. And so we'd like to listen to your reflections also on the 10,000 steps challenge, its impact, and what positive words you have for us on that.
Yes, my name is Gershon Ikiara, and I think my friend, what he has said is the story is almost like mine. Myself and my wife, we've been teaching at the University of Nairobi for many years. And that time we were still going for diabetic checks, checkups, getting out of dowers now and then. And this problem was not getting over. And so we were very happy when we saw the advertisement of the program that this group was willing to train us how to tackle this issue of diabetes. My wife called Margaret Keremi. She was also teaching with me at the University of Nairobi, and we joined together, and we finished together. She has not been able to join after recently. She was not very well, but otherwise, she is following the training that we got very well in terms of what kind of diet, how do we manage it, the amount of food that we take. So we are very, very, very grateful for the people who started this team. I was very impressed with your professionalism. All the people who are there were real experts in their area, and basically challenging all of us who work in public places or private places really to do the best when you are serving people. So therefore, we started here and with taking hours and also having measurements of sugar levels and hypertension every morning. And it has become a routine for us, the two of us. And my wife is also working, but she has not been able to get enough time to work like myself. So when we found the impact of walking, I really put in quite more interest and effort into it. And sometimes I walk more than 10,000 steps. Today in the morning, I already walked about 4,000. And by this evening, and already clocked about 10 over 10,000. Now, one of the things that has facilitated me is that the compound where we live is a fairly big compound here in Koroi, and Koroi North near the Smith, and and driveway which we made when we moved here over 30 years back. And when it was done, my wife did it when I was in Mexico attending a meeting. So I was quarreling her for having wasted money on having this big driveway. But today I regard it as one of the best features and assets in our compound. Because even when I've not gone out very, very far, I walk within the driveway, up and down, and it's enjoyable. I'm within my area. I can go and have a cup of chai in Nyumbani, and it's very, very convenient. Mm-hmm. And I can even sometimes do it in the evening and during the day when we are retired lecturers from the University of Nairobi. So I have a bit of time to just really pay attention to my health and put in place or practice what we learned about the foods. First of all, I would also thank the group for the teaching we had about the foods we eat. Sometimes we didn't know very much about whether we are eating yams or bananas or what. We were not aware of the impact. The training that you gave us was very, very good. Basically, to understand the things that we take for granted. Like I used to like bananas a lot, and I could eat 2 or 3 bananas at a sitting, without knowing that it is a dangerous thing for my system. And many other things, yams, and all kinds of things. So learning about the food we take was very important. And that has helped us very much. We were measuring our sugar levels and hypertension every morning. And we were able to see how that it was improving with the time, and that when we obey the recommendations of the diet, it was much easier to maintain very, very good sugar levels. That was not worrying to us any longer. So, so I can say that the program was very, very good in every way. I was getting overweight before I started that, and going to hospital many times, University Clinic or University of Nairobi Clinic. I was a very regular visitor there. And today, all that doesn't happen. I didn't know that, for instance, the double carbohydrates, that there's a problem if you eat a yam and a banana at the same time, or a maize. So these days I know that it is very, very, those differences are critical, and we must be able to observe them all the time, so that when I try to take maybe roast maize and some ugari later on, at first I didn't know that there was a problem in that kind of eating related products. So these days we are very, very conscious about it, and we see when we disobey it, kidogo, the issue comes out very clearly, and therefore we are now quite indisciplined about avoiding double carbohydrates in our diets, and we've seen a major change. My sugar levels used to be around the 10 when I was going to the clinics near the university, being treated in our university clinic, and even beyond sometimes. And slowly, I think as we implemented the program, it has come down. It came down to 6, 5, sometimes 4, and we realized that the teaching was very effective and following the instructions. So these days, me and my wife Margaret Kiremi, we are faithful followers of the program, and we have seen major changes in our health. And then we took up also the issue of 10,000 paces. And at first, my thighs and the feet were feeling were getting sick, and I was using some dowers to pucker to put on my body. But these days, that does no longer happen. And almost every day I make more than 10,000. Sometimes I can make 15, sometimes over 20 paces. Because as I told you, it is easier for me because it is within our enclosed compound. I can walk, it's a fairly big area, and I can walk even in the evenings. I can walk in the mornings, so it makes them breakfast. So that has facilitated my meeting over 10,000 paces almost every day. And I think I have found it enjoyable, and it has improved other parts of my body and my body behavior. So today I feel much happier, lighter, sleep better, and enjoy walking. So I want to thank the people who started this program very, very much, and actually recommend it to many, many people who may not be aware of it. It is a life-changing behavior, and I would very strongly recommend this. You enjoy it at every moment. You obviously have to continue being conscious of what kind of food you are eating, whether you're having the carbohydrates or having too much of a particular type of diet. So I can say that our lifestyles have changed quite a lot. We are much healthier today, me and my wife, and we are quite conscious of what we are taking and measuring our sugars and the other aspects now and then. So mainly to say, asante sana, Randy and your team, and many other professionals that you had in the team. You taught us many things actually that we should do, so many things apart from just dieting and walking. It is a whole life-changing thing, and we can't see ourselves not participating any day, because I would say that possibly it is easier for me because of the compound that I live here. I can walk anytime. So this is to recommend to the new team, the new people who may be joining this program, that you are doing one of the best things you can do for yourself. It's a huge favor for yourself, so that you live normally, and you and obviously you have to control the food and the types of food that you eat, and we are now very much used to it. So now I take it as a lifestyle, and when I'm even going for a walk, normal walk, I think I just go with my phone. It is recording my paces. And when I'm doing things even in my compound in the shamba or whatever, I'm having my phone with me. It is recording the paces I'm making. So I take the opportunity to record my paces in
Good
many of
job.
the activities.
Good
And
job.
that is why I'm able to sometimes go up to 20,000 in a day.
Very
And
good.
I enjoy it. And these days I'm off the hours that I used to very much depend on.
Excellent.
So
Pardon.
asante sana for the teaching that you did. I liked all your professionals. They really showed what professionals can do for the people who depend on them. So mine is to say hongera sana, and you continue doing it. We'll continue working and doing other things that we were taught, and we enjoy it very, very much. So asante sana, and may the Lord bless you all.
Thank
Thank
And
you.
my namesake Kiara there, I think we shall meet. We haven't met. We shall meet and maybe work together.
Good.
Thank you.
Good job. Good job. Well done. We
And
thank you that you did a good job, and the missus for making sure there was a route to walk, eh? That's a
yes,
pass
yes,
that
yes.
tell her we are with her, and we are very grateful for what she did. Keep it up.
You mustn't be very sure of the area you are walking, because these days, because of criminals,
Security, yes.
you should avoid walking at night. You should avoid walking in some way. You must be very careful when you are walking, and it is a road with other people, so
Need
that
to take care of safety. True.
you are scared, you are secure.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much, GK. That was a very motivating testimony, a testimonial. We are very grateful for it. Keep up the good job. We're happy to know that you don't have to take any more medicine. Ralph Dawa is medicine for you who doesn't know that. So thank you. It's a good job, and we're very happy for that. Dr. Jong, did you want to? I saw your hand up.
No, I was clapping. Then I
Oh, you clapped
explained
wrongly. Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Very
Thank
good. So
you.
that is about the 10,000 steps. You notice you have to be intentional. Even where you walk, it says for security reasons, we don't want to give reasons that I don't walk because of insecurity. Find a way, just like GK has told us. And we realize with that, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. You notice the accomplishments? Reduced medication, healthier lifestyle. Isn't it worth the effort? Isn't it worth the discipline? We thank you very much, the two namesakes almost, and the two friends for telling us about your 10,000 steps. And we are motivated to work on it. If we had slackened a little, we tighten our belts and keep walking, like Johnny Walker. So that's about the 10,000. And remember, when we started off our cohort, that was like one of the first things we had to do, day one. And it's easy to have dropped it, to let the ball drop, but you see the benefits as we have learned from the two gentlemen. So please, let's pick it up again. If we had dropped that habit, it is a healer, one of the natural doctors, eh? Yeah, it is a healer. And so you do it for whatever condition you have, we shall talk about the benefits as we keep going. Now, in May to July, we started off another challenge just to keep the community engaged. Yeah, so that you know that we didn't forget you. So we had another challenge, which was actually quite new. And this was raw vegetables campaign, like eating raw vegetables. It sounded like, what are these guys doing to us? So most of us may have not picked it up because we thought, really? But many of us did. So let's find out from those who did. How did it work? What did you need to do? What kind of mindset did it take? And to help us through this, we have two ladies, and we start off with Mary Nyawade. Please talk to us and tell us your experience with the raw vegetables campaign and the lifestyle transformation that resulted.
Yes. Yeah, good evening, ladies. Good evening, everyone. Oh, I'm so happy to be back into this DTLC family. For me, I think I was in season 7. And actually, when we started, the motivation to be able to, when we were challenged to do the raw vegetables, most of us are so used to having the cooked vegetables. And I love my kienyeji, which our local, organic vegetables. That's me. And initially, it was very challenging. But when I started taking on the raw vegetables, it was amazing. Because I know even when I joined the program, I used to suffer from constipation. And 3/4 of the time I was bloated. I was always taking all this Chinese food, tea, and stuff like that to be able to sort myself. But the raw vegetables was wow. When I started taking them, it was a no-brainer. And one of the when I started, I realized, wow, having raw vegetables, introducing them actually even for my breakfast, that was good. They kept me fuller for longer. And I just had the various, and what even helped me more was actually looking at my plate and seeing all the different colors. When I would have like beetroot, I'll have carrot there, I'll have like an avocado, have like a lettuce, or even cooked vegetable like spinach or one of those mchicha. I don't know what mchicha is in English. I would have those and maybe with an egg. That would really sort me out for breakfast. And as well, my constipation also just went away, and that was something that I really, really appreciated when we started the raw vegetables. And the other thing was also just the planning. Sometimes I would get frustrated because I have not planned, or hence, of course, I would fail. And what helped was for me to keep the consistency of like planning. I think you taught us a lot about getting to plan what we are eating, and that really also helped. So I was able to shop on a weekly basis. I knew what to be able to bring into the house, and that also really helps so that whenever I'm planning my meals, that was there. And fresh vegetables was amazing. I sometimes even incorporated, like maybe I'll do like a green smoothie once in a while, not all the time. And that really helped a lot. I actually stayed consistent in have up to now. I have my fresh vegetables because I saw how they've been very helpful. Recently, I've been away, up and about, traveled a lot, and I realized how vegetables are now part of my meals, and I was highly affected. First and foremost, I put on weight because out there, of course, Europe, there's a lot of bread eating and stuff like that for me. Sorry. But then, so it really became a problem. I'd put on some weight, and on coming back, I've started working, rolling backward to be able to eat better. And that has really helped as well. And I've also experienced actually during that time when I was out eating better, my pot belly had gone down. When you start putting on weight, I think ladies, you also realize how your belly just keeps extending. And for me, that when I started eating properly, I can already see how I'm already changing in terms of the inches and stuff like that. I know one of the challenge that I faced while trying to maintain this habit was also to just when things like meetings would come by and stuff like that. That routine, whenever it was altered, it sometimes messed me up a bit, and I do put myself back on track. And I know the other day I was talking to Dr. Jang and just saying that, oh my goodness, I just want to be healthy again. But the thing is, DTLC program has really, really helped me a great deal. I came in a very worried, anxious lady, just dealing with my sugars as well, and that went away, and no more medicine for me. I was able to overcome, and I think we were in the same cohort with the Ekiara, with the two friends who have just spoken ahead of me, and it was really, really amazing. And today, yes, when doing life, sometimes you find yourself out there in a restaurant. I would always choose, people look at my plate and be like, is that all? Is that all that you're eating? I said, yeah, but I'll still be full. Before, I'd be anxious, like, would I be full with the vegetables that are on my plate? But I realized, wow, after trying, and choosing right, I still ended up being full. So really for the ladies or the gentlemen who are joining this cohort this time round, my advice is stay true to the cause. This is a good treat for yourself. It's just not for now, and it's for the future, and as well as for the family. Everybody in my household is really, people would call for advice, like, "Hey, mom, what should I serve today?" and stuff like that. So it's really beautiful to be able to see that people are watching, and I'm very happy. And also, like, even when I look actually at being aware, and I looked at we had a meeting with my friend Nancy, and I saw Nancy. I was like, wow, Nancy, you look like $1 million Bob. What's going on? And then she's like, yay, DTLC for life. So, well, to speak about the vegetables, it's been wonderful, and I enjoy my vegetables, and I love it. And being at home now, I'm growing my own vegetables. So I'm also getting to pick, so I have no excuse. I grow my vegetables. I have the vegetable patch, so I'll be feeding from there. So whatever you do, just have something in your balcony. If you're in the city, just do a little something for yourself. Let me tell you, it's a beautiful gift. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are
Yeah.
you saying using the word enjoy and vegetables in
Yeah.
the same sentence? That is quite, for many
Yes.
people, that is very difficult, eh?
It's truly enjoyable.
Good. And at least it's good you
Yes,
mentioned
thank
some of
you.
the vegetables so that we can kind of have an idea. Sometimes it looks a bit out there, but that it's
Yeah.
working, you're growing them, and you
I
successfully
am.
have managed to do the challenge, eh? Or the campaign, eh?
Yes. Yes, I did.
And is
And
the
I'm still
Nancy,
doing.
good, good, good. Is the Nancy you're talking about Nancy Bulimu?
Yes.
The one who has the beautiful, beautiful plates, who plates her food
Her
so
beautiful
well.
plates are a challenge. My sister, she knows. She's just
She
gifted.
does.
The rest of us, we put the vegetable together, but amen. God bless her. God
Yeah.
bless her.
And that's why you're
Thank
saying it's
you.
good to be part of the community because then you get ideas. At least you've heard from
Yeah.
Adembo, Yeah. Or you want to say something?
Mm-hmm.
Because I
No,
think
no,
that was
no.
a good
I'm
one.
good.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm really
Yeah.
encouraging the people coming. Just know, wow, it's for life. And you've
Mhm.
seen it.
Yeah. And you also said the result
Yes,
was that you got off the drugs, eh?
I did. I did. I no longer take, I
Fantastic.
keep testing my sugars. My sugars are at least at 4.8, 4.9. Maybe the highest I've been is 5.2. I take my randoms when I go for my own medicals and stuff like that. Yeah, I still poke myself, but yeah, occasionally.
Very good.
Yeah,
Very good.
thank you.
You
Yeah.
stand true to this quote I saw that says things work out best for those who make the best of how things work out. So you've done excellent making things work out, eh? On this vegetable campaign. So it works, eh? It's possible.
Yep.
Let's do it and let's see the result, eh? The benefits that come out of these campaigns that we challenge you with in the course of, just being part of the community. So thank you very much. Next, I think you said, Dr. John, you said one of the quotes that somebody's at Dembo said was what? That DTLC for life. The
Looking
one
like $1
person,
million, I think.
yeah, yes. I'm thinking about the one for DTLC for life because the one person who embodies what
Mm,
DTLC is,
mm,
feels, is the heartbeat for her, is our
mm,
next participant. And that
mm.
is Mama Jane Owiti.
Oh,
For sure, you believe. And you want to hear this come out, how you've done this. I think you've taken part in all challenges, but especially we want to hear about how you've managed to handle the raw vegetable campaign. Just,
Mm.
how you've managed to do it so, so well. Madam Jane Owiti, dear
Yeah,
Mama,
can
please
you
talk
hear
to us.
can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
we can. Good
Okay.
morning.
Yeah, no, we are now, good afternoon, 1 o'clock.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, good evening, all the DTLC family.
Good evening.
Greetings to you all in the evening. You have heard my name as Jenna Witty. And when I was asked to talk about this, it was a bit difficult for me, but it's okay. When this challenge came up, I wondered, how am I going to go about this? Because there is a say in English which they say you can't teach an old dog a new trick. And then I realized, asked myself, okay, at the time you are joining DTLC, and then you came face to face, that is a total life change. I was already an old dog and accepted a change. Then I managed to make those changes. So those changes which I was able to make helped me to be determined for this challenge of raw vegetables. Because raw vegetables from childhood, never ever, until I was over 80, that I have to try raw vegetables. So I set my mind on it and was determined, let me try. To begin with, I didn't start with the rest actually. If you are able to access my plate, you will find I didn't start from the word go, but I had to challenge myself, ask myself questions. How did I manage to change? I'm saying I'm old at this age, what I'm eating already is good in nutrition. Why again? Raw vegetable, which has even like tomatoes. I couldn't imagine eating raw tomatoes, and I could not imagine eating, I would swallow it. But believe it or not, it's now a normal food for me. I'm now able to eat it. And despite that initial challenge, I didn't just a whole plate raw vegetables, but I started small, bit of cooked food, then raw vegetables like that. And slowly, slowly, I found myself able to eat raw vegetable by starting small, small like that. And then I discovered that it is one of the best food for this dinner. If you want to wake up light and well the next morning, raw vegetable is the best. And that is one of the benefits which I started to see when I was now fully on raw vegetables. It was so good that I used to have somehow heavy stomach, but all of a suddenly my tummy feel light, so light that what was how was it? I thought I was okay. That I realized that the putting in raw vegetable is what is helping my digestion. And even during that period, I was on raw vegetables. I suddenly started to even lose more weight. I don't do much of work, but I've also improved on that. But then it is eating right, and raw vegetable has really been, it's so distinct that it has something helping my health, particularly digestive system. I would go to the loo once a day, but these days I go 3 times. And we were also have been taught how to check your stool, how healthy your stool is. The raw vegetable is really helpful. My digestion, the stool is so good according to what we were taught that, oh my, it is something I can't express how. And now I never even think about whether I'm going to eat it or not. Automatically, it is there. Initially, it was a bit of a challenge because it was not in our plan. As much as our eating was good, raw vegetable was not part of our plan. So, and since it is me who is concerned with the raw vegetables, it became a bit challenge. So, and because I'm the one who is really concerned with my health, how it improves my health, I realize it's my responsibility to remind those who are helping me. And they have taken it to heart now. Even if you come into our kitchen now, there is some kind of raw vegetables. So I had to learn. I was also like Adhiambo, Mayor Adhiambo. I believed in our indigenous vegetables. And it's true, you can't eat them raw. But then I came to know there are many vegetables out there which can be eaten raw. And one of the things which helped me also to add something like home dressing, nuts into it, and that make it even possible to eat it well. So those were challenges. It's not easy. Sometimes in the middle there, you may not have it ready, and but as like any other challenges we face, but then I may miss a day or a day, like today I didn't eat my raw vegetable and I don't think I will be able to eat it today, but those are the challenges which are there, but we are making sure to remind those who are helping me because I don't go out to do shopping. So now they know that I need it. So even my supper or my dinner, I find that all kinds of raw vegetables are put there. So I just pick what I need. And then those are the challenges which an old folks like myself may be facing if you are being helped to do some shopping. But if you let them know what you really need, it works out well, even how difficult it is. So one thing is that determination, mindset, change is possible. Even what you think is impossible. I never know that I would ever eat raw vegetable, but it is possible. You can change. If 80 years plus can change, young people who are just coming in, you have a long way to go. It is possible to make those changes. It's not difficult, provided you put it in plan and you know that what you are going to get out of it. Mm-hmm. And this the new people, the new participant who have just joined, it is very important to take that to heart. Ask yourself, why did I join this? What are the benefits? Like me, I had already seen the benefits which others have helped me. So I took it as a challenge. And what the nutritionist says, I believe that they have done research. And I believe in what they say, that they cannot be telling us lies. And many people have seen to it. They have proved that what we are being taught at DTLC works. It's not just a story. It works. So take it to heart. Don't give up, even if it is difficult. Keep on trying. If the other person has made it, why not you? Unless you are allergic to it. That's a different thing altogether. If you are not allergic to it, you will find a way of doing it, and it will be a story or a history. You eat it now, eat it as if it is not raw, it is as if it is cooked. Thank you very much, DTLC, for bringing in such new things. And if you put your heart to try it, you will see the result and the benefit. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mama. Thank you very, very much. I think one point you've demonstrated is that the one way to keep momentum going is to have constantly greater goals. That even when it seemed impossible, you said you were still going to do it. Thank you very much. And as you keep calling yourself an old fox, I say, beautiful old fox. Keep it up. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Great.
it's true. Do you know my skin is very clear, Lorraine?
You're
This
so beautiful. I saw pictures.
old as
Thank
I
you.
am. You want to see my
Beautiful old
face? Look
fox.
at my
Oh,
face.
look at her. You
Wait,
don't
wait,
look a
wait,
day
wait. Let
over
me add her
60.
here. You see her nicely. Huh?
You don't look a
Oh,
day over 60. Look at you, Mama.
yeah.
Good job.
Actually, it truly it makes your skin clear. Like you see, I have nothing. I just wash my
Yeah,
face with the water.
it works.
It
And
works.
you look so smart. Good
Only
job.
determination, mindset.
Yes,
What we are calling,
mindset.
you see, that mindset has made me now, I'm now walking slowly, but 3,000. You remember I started with 80
Yes, good
feet,
job.
180 feet. Now 3,000. I've reached 3,000.
Imagine.
Actually, my 3,000 is 10,000 to me as
It
some.
is.
Yes.
I totally agree. Well done.
Very
Good job,
good.
Mama. So what did you say? To keep the momentum
Oh.
going, keep having constantly greater goals, consistently greater goals, and you shall do it. You shall be look 60 when you're 80. So good job. Those were very good stories. Thank you for making it come real. And so if you want to get that kind of success, please participate in the challenges as they come. Indeed, we have seen such happy people because of applying the lessons from DTLC. So, Dr. Ojuang, make us happier by telling us about happy people, happy planet, and giving us the family challenge. Dr. Ojuang.
Mm. Good evening. It's so nice to see people consistently doing their part. It brings out the best in us and it makes us even more creative. So thank you so much. So without further delay, I'm going to do my presentation, which is on healthy people, happy planet. And this is this is the next campaign, this is the next campaign. So I hope that we can do this together once more and so healthy people, happy planet. All right. So what does this mean? If you look at this chart, what you eat actually affects the health of the planet. And we know that if the planet isn't healthy, like if you live in a place where there is smoke, there is pollution, it smells bad, you're not healthy, you're not happy. I used to live in somewhere in Nairobi here, South B area, and it was next to industrial area. And there was always smoke, like when you go running early in the morning because you are burning something. And eventually I had to move from there. Many parents found that their children always had upper respiratory tract infections, which was really dangerous. But then now we want to know, how does our diet actually impact the health? You get. So what is planetary health, which is the topic? Planetary health. Planet health. Okay? It's a concept that links human health to the health of the natural system. Human health to the natural system, like the forests, the air, that's a natural system. How does your health link to that? Really? Okay? So, so healthy ecosystems support clean air, water, and nutritious food. If it's not healthy, sometimes, like our food is not grown in healthy environments, then it affects your health. So we will only thrive only if the planet actually thrives. All right. But in this case, to make it simple, what is planetary health? It's a science-based dietary pattern designed to promote human health and protect the planet. So can you imagine that what you're eating actually affects the planet? So we want to link what we eat with how we sustain life on Earth. We want to contribute to a good environment. For example, we have this chart here. It talks about public health. It talks about One Health, right? So One Health is like a collaborative, multidisciplinary approach that recognizes the interconnectedness of human health, animal health, and environmental health. And it matters because look at, for example, we had COVID-19. What happens? It says there's COVID, there's Ebola, there's avian flu. What happened? This obviously originated from animals and they crossed onto human. And this is because of destruction of the wildlife system, or intensive farming, or degradation, or pollution, right? So then, of course, it affects the public health. Public health is the common health of people, right? So planetary health is now, like we said, it's a protection. It's how do we eat so that we can make the world a healthier place. It matters because rising health issues are linked to environmental degradation. When the environment is degraded, it affects your health. For example, there's too much heat, for climate stress, air pollution, food insecurity, all this affects your health. The choices we make today, they shape the future of both people and planet. I'm coming to the meat. So the human planet feedback loop. If the air is polluted, you get respiratory diseases. Like I just gave an example of where I used to live. So the air there is polluted. Deforestation, biodiversity loss, and disease risk. So you don't get the biodiversity of even different vegetables, different fruits, And then also overconsumption, like when we eat too much, it affects climate. The climate is affected, and also food insecurity, and I'm going to explain that shortly. So diet is a powerful lever. Why? What we eat impacts both our health and the planet. And I'll show you a chart shortly that shows if you're a big meat eater, how much green gas do you emit? If you're a plant-based eater, how much green gas do you emit? I'm sure you've heard of this. So we want to shift toward more plant-based diets to reduce emissions and chronic diseases. Because when we eat more meat, and we know the meat also is getting a bit more processed, the animals are getting into the production line, they're getting steroids, which impacts the environment, and also impacts your health. And of course, chronic diseases, cancers. Why do we have so much cancers? Why do we have so much diabetes? So it is really our diet impacts. So the planetary health diet provides a science-based model. It's been researched and it is backed up by science. So health, lower risk of heart diseases, diabetes, and obesity, if we stick to planetary health. The planetary health reduces gas emissions, greenhouse gas emissions, reduces water use, and land degradation. So if we eat a lot of animals, it increases the green gas emissions. It increases the amount of water used because animals have to drink water. Okay, and of course, where animals are kept, there is grass. There is never grass. They need grass. They utilize it, and it's completely finished. It leaves the land exposed, and of course, the feces from the animals pollute the whole place. And of course, if they're being given antibiotics, if they're being given steroids, you can imagine how that impacts the health. And of course, I'm going to give you some documentaries to watch so that you can understand this. So it's really a double win for personal and planetary well-being if we start thinking what I'm eating and how it's impacting. So here is a picture about what your diet says about your daily carbon footprint. So the more you eat, okay, and we say these greenhouse emissions, what is the effect? They trap the excess heat, causing global warming and climate change. So very bad for you. So this results, of course, into extreme weather, rising levels of ice, ocean expansion, disruptions of ecosystem, food insecurity, and of course, human health. So when you eat meat diet, and we have females, and we have male, and we have females. So when you eat heavy meat eaters, There are 16 pounds. That's like you produce like 8 kilograms of carbon dioxide. The women, just more or less the same, just slightly less. All right. Medium meat eaters, you can see 13. Low meat eaters, 10. Fish eaters, 8.7. Vegetarians, 8.5. Vegans, 6.5. So vegetarians means you still eat some meat here and there, but vegans completely eat vegetables. So I don't want to make you into a vegetarian, but your diet matters. What is your carbon footprint? That is what you start learning. When you're looking at our plates, what is our carbon footprint? Are we increasing greenhouse gas emissions, or are we decreasing it? Okay. So what does a sustainable planetary diet look like? Predominantly plant-based. So whole grains, legumes, vegetables, fruits, and nuts. You know the portion sizes. We've gone through carbohydrate intelligence. You know the double carb. So you're just improving, making sure we're having less meat and more. So we want to limit red meat, and we want to eat moderate fish and poultry. Moderate. And of course, you want to eat as natural as possible, grass-fed, as we say. Minimal processed and sugary foods. So actually, if you can stop this, even better for your health. Seriously. And if you invite any of your friends who even has cancer and they follow this plan, you will see what will happen to their health. So this is really what planetary health diet is based off. Really as natural as possible, as green as possible. So practical adaptation to local diets, eat locally grown foods. So we want to eat locally grown foods. We want to stop eating imported foods because you don't know how this is made. And of course, it means the shelf life. So that is very bad for the environment because it's put in a tin. What are you going to do with that tin? It's going to mess up the environment. So the more tins you throw out there, the more you're messing the environment. The tins, the plastics, they're not biodegradable. So you are contributing. So what you're eating is contributing to an unhealthy environment. So make sure what you're eating is contributing to a healthy environment by stopping to eat all these things that are packed and contained in these containers. Just stop eating processed foods, but you can never really say stop. Occasionally, you can eat your processed foods, but most of the time, you want to reduce that consumption as much as possible. So if I was to be realistic, I look at this chart. Your fruits, vegetables should be mostly, you have your plant proteins, your grains, okay? Animal protein small, dairy small, starchy vegetables small, whole grain small, okay? Added sugar very little. But we're going to have our own DTLC chart where I'm going to use this. Stop imported foods, stop processed foods, because you're contributing to an unhealthy environment or unhealthy climate. So barriers and challenges, usually cultural habits are tied to food choices. So you want to think about it. Do I have a cultural habit that is affecting how I eat, that is affecting the environment? Or must you always eat meat? Must you eat chicken? Is that cultural habit tied to your choices? Cost and availability of healthy, sustainable foods. Most people think that it is very expensive to eat healthy, but all of you guys have proved that it is cheap to eat healthy because in the long run, also you stopped all those medications, that reducing your medical bill, you reduced how much carbohydrates you eat, reducing your food bill, you're a lot healthier, you've reduced your portion. So it's really sustainable to eat beans, more beans, vegetables in your diet. Okay, and then usually we have limited awareness of the food environmental link. So for the next 3 months, we want to educate you more about it. And then you can also educate other people. So what can we do as an individual and as collective people? Eat more plant-based meals and reduce food waste. So when you look at your dustbin, what goes in there? Are you wasting food? Are you throwing food? Are you the kind of person when you serve your plate, you're still going to throw food? So just serve what you need. You know the portion size. You can go back to the portion. Support local farmers and sustainable food options. So if you know somebody who's a farmer, educate them or support them. Buy food from the local farmers because you know how they produce it. Advocate for healthy school and workplace meals. Invite us to where you work so that we can come and give a talk. Not for free, of course. Okay. And then also things like, if you're a parent in a school, you are champions. You are all champions. You've gone through DTLC, you are still here. Go and talk about eating healthy in these schools. Adapt a school near you, adapt a church near you, and just talk to them. And we can always lend you our nutritionists to come and support you. I know Diambo Nyawade actually had a community health and she did education and shared her story, and that was very encouraging. So remember, reducing waste also, reducing food waste mitigates climate change. So don't waste food, just eat what you need. Don't overeat so that there's even no space. So food loss and waste generates 8 to 10 of global greenhouse emissions. So almost 5 times the total emissions from the aviation sector. So you can imagine. So do not waste food. So what are we going to do for the next 3 months? So we are going to educate you about this. So we have October, we have November, and we have December. So it means we are preparing you so that next year you're starting the year on a clean slate where you know more. So month 1, awareness and simple swaps, variety and deepening habits, sustaining and sharing. So we continue to educate you. Okay. And then, we are going to track what you're eating, so you're still going to share your plate. I want to skip this because we provide that information. And then call to action. Make a small pledge, one change this week. If you've not been eating raw vegetables or you stopped, make a change this week. Eat more beans this week. Join the campaign group and invite others, your family members. We'll have a group for people who are not for DTLC. Host or attend a healthy green meal event. We'll tell you how to do that. Be a role model for planetary health. Already as a DTLC, you're a role model. So continue to be a role model for planetary health. So we'll provide you with some resources, especially the TED Talks, which are like 10 minutes and 15 minutes. We'll share this. We'll share one tomorrow. We'll share one every week so that you can watch and understand what this is all about. So this is from the WHO Executive Director. A ruined planet cannot sustain human lives in good health. A healthy planet and healthy people are two sides of the same coin. So really, and this is my quote, when we nourish the earth, we nourish ourselves. So planetary health begins with the choices on our plate. Remember, maybe it's a new topic to us. As we progress during this 3-month campaign, you will learn more. So thank you so much. And now we can take questions like, how will you make your plate a little greener? Yes, thank you.
We've been hearing the buzzword about carbon credits and carbon trade. And it's interesting to see the connection between carbon trading or carbon transactions with our food and our plates, taking it granular from the house. So this will be interesting to see how you can contribute to the carbon credits that maybe the country earns. So, questions. Interesting. That was a very revolutionary topic, I must say, Dr. John. Thank you very much. And it changes the way we think, for sure. How does my plate affect the planet Earth? Wow. Any questions for Dr. John? Yeah.
And as they're thinking about the question, maybe I can also say that for now we are talking about your plate, but it will also be your energy use, electricity, heating, air conditioning. How much electricity do you use? You should manage your electricity. Not all the lights in the room are, and having friendly lights to be able to use low energy. Things like that, basics, clothes, packaging, yeah. And of course, waste. Are you wasteful in terms of everything that leaves your house? Or we have little waste, Yeah. Thank you.
Interesting. I think it's one of those ones we have to think about and just think as we look at our plates. So absolutely revolutionary. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
Thank you very much. If you come up with any questions, feel free. If you don't, you can ask or you can put it on the chat. I'm sure you'll get an answer. But as Dr. Jung says, we shall have updates starting from tomorrow, right? That's what you said, eh? So that we take up this challenge for October to December. We end the year strong, eh? So that we start the year, we end the quarter strong and start the year stronger
Mhm.
and more intelligent. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah,
Feel free to put the information on the chat.
yeah. One question or comment would be nice. Did you understand? Is there anybody who's not understanding? Is it making sense? Yes, Raf. Thank you for being here all the way from Germany.
Yes, thank you. It's a nice topic, this about the environment and the planet, because we want to protect it. It's another motivation to eat healthy, and it benefits ourselves, but it's another motivation to uh, to eat good, more green.
More green. Thank you. And I remember Alpha was teaching people how to grow vegetables. Did you see that Nyawade is growing her vegetables? Eh?
I
Yeah.
think there's a comment on the chat. Dr. John, would you like to take it?
Let's see. My concern is the integrity of our farming techniques, bearing in mind the pesticides are everywhere. It's really a challenge. And this is why it will really be good if you can start growing your vegetables, which you can grow on your balcony, but also talk to the local farmer, educate them. We need a lot of education. Some of the challenges we have, which I probably skipped in my presentation, is, the challenges include policies, the policies don't really protect us, gaps in policy, infrastructure, and education. So you find that there's all these farmers using a lot of pesticides to grow their food. But there are also farmers who actually know that pesticides also harm the health of the soil. And so they're avoiding that and using natural fertilizer. So talk to your local farmers, talk to the one nearest to you and see and learn how they grow their food. Yeah. And maybe one of the things we can start to do also as DTLC, of course, with your support, is to also learn more. Are there farmers who actually grow organic foods that are reasonable? Because I find that organic foods are overpriced, that we can source food from. Yeah, that's possible. We can do that. Yeah. But we can bring a farmer to talk to us. Yeah.
I guess since we are starting, there's a whole new thought. So there'll be a lot more ways to look at it and maybe new ways to think it through, so that it happens right in our plates. But thank you for helping us to get started, on that,
Yes.
to be in tandem with what's happening, the MDG goals, as the world is planning them.
Yeah.
Great. So you talked about support, and I've been seeing Lydia posting so much about support. What kind of support are we talking about, Lydia? Do you want to take us through that as we wind down?
Yeah, sure. I would love to. Good evening, everyone. It is such a joy to see all of you again here with us, our family, our friends, our champions. Thank you for always showing up here with us. So I'd like to share something that is quite close to our hearts. As a team, we've been working hard to make DTLC program more accessible and also affordable so that we can reach and even help more people. Over the past months, we've been looking for funding and partnerships to help us expand this mission in order to reduce the cost of this program. But we have to acknowledge we can't do it alone. That's where you come in, our dear friends. You've experienced this journey, you've seen the impact, and now you can help us make it possible for others too. So we want you to know that recently we've added a donation option on our website under the shop category. This is where you can contribute to different causes, whether it's supporting someone living with diabetes or blood pressure, helping to train a nutritionist, or just to strengthen the DTLC program, you can give to whichever cause speaks to your heart. You've seen the photos I've been sending on the chat. That's exactly what you will find in our website. And we also ask you, if you know of any well-wishers, organizations, or friends who might want to support this movement, please connect them to us or even share the website link with them. Together, we can reach even more people and change more lives. So we shall share all these details with you on the groups. Feel free to share the same with the well-wishers you're connected with. So our goal is to make this program extremely affordable, reach more people, and save lives. So we just want to say a big thank you to you always for believing in us, for always showing up. We want to blow this out of proportion. That is our dream. It is our goal. It is our objective. So help us grow DTLC from just a program to a big movement, and not just locally, but even make it global. Thank you so much. We truly feel and appreciate your support, friends.
You
Thank
have
you.
spoken so well, and we are motivated. I speak on behalf of all as I say we shall look and see what we can do. Yeah, let's make it big. It would be nice to hear more stories. The Mama Jane, the Ikiaras, the duo, the Nkoroi duo, shall we call them that? And Adhiambo Nyawade and Raf for planting these organic vegetables, to Dr. Juang for talking about how to make the planet happy by the food we eat. So there's a lot going on. And as you can see, it just got started. So let us start off this October on a high, and we shall be waiting in our groups to hear what happens. So, on behalf of DTLC, as we wind up the evening, why don't we say thank you very, very much for joining us this evening, that we truly, truly appreciate your making time to be here with us, to reconnect, to laugh, to share our journeys, and to start off a new challenge. The community keeps growing strong, and what do we say to the community? Keep practicing, keep growing, keep living with intention. Thank you. DTLC for life.